So start by brushing your brows up. Especially if your brows grow downwards like this, make sure you brush it up. Okay, that's the first step. And I've kind of trimmed my brows and shaped them earlier this week, so they look okay. If you have any hairs growing, you can tweeze them out a bit to clean that up. Now I'm going to use concealer. This is by NARS and it's the color Custard. And I'm going to make a line under my brows like this. Okay. And then using a flat brush like this. I don't know if you can see this, but this is by Hakuhodo and it's the number B242. Okay, and it's a flat brush. I'm going to use this to clean up my brows. And basically making a guide to where I want to apply my brow powder. I'm going to take it a bit higher. And drag some product down and blend. Just like that. I made the light a little bit dimmer so you guys can see a little bit better. So that's how it looks so far. Now I'm gonna blend the inner corners. And that's my guide to where I'm going to apply my powder. Okay, so I'm going to apply my powder right above the line. And for my powder, you can actually use anything you have in your kit. You can use your eyeshadow, anything. If you have Anastasia brow powder, that's great. Today I just don't have Anastasia's brow powder right now with me, so I'm going to use Kate Designing Brow In powder. I'm sorry, it's kind of dirty, but you know, it's just makeup. I think she has 2 colors available and I'm using EX4. I don't know if you can see that, but this is how it looks. You get 3 colors in the palette. It's really quite small, but I love that it's really easy to travel with. So this is how it looks. And I'm going to use this middle color, the lighter, well, medium light shade in the palette. And to darken my arch, I'm going to use this darker shade in the palette. You can use any eyeshadow in your palette that's 2 shades lighter than your actual hair color. And to fill my brows in, I'm going to use this angled brush from Sakurado. I think Chikuhodo makes their brushes, so if you look up on Chikuhodo's website, I'm pretty sure you can find this, but if I can find it, I will link it down below. But this is amazing because it's very, very thin. It's very thin. It's just amazing to make a precision line. So I'm going to use this. Unfortunately, it doesn't have any number on it. If it does, then I would tell you, but yeah, I can't find a number on this brush. I'm going to dip my brush into this shade, like so, right? And saturate my brush. But before I apply it, I like to kind of dab it off with the back of my hand. You know, I don't want it to look too harsh, so I kind of take the excess powder off. With the brush, I'm going to start from the middle of my arch. You want to keep your spoolie in hand, so you can just brush up any hairs that's facing downwards. So I'm gonna start from the middle of my arch just like that, because I want that part to be the darkest. I have a lot of hair right here, so I'm gonna apply the powder right above where I see the line. Do you see the line, the concealer line? I'm going to fill that part in with the powder. So it's really simple. I like doing this method because it makes it easier for me to fill in my brows. And I do recommend Pomade by ABH, because if you don't have much hair, that product will stick on your skin and makes it look like you have hair. So that's a good product to have. But I do have that product, but I have it in blonde, so I don't think it will match my hair color and my brows that I'm trying to achieve. I'm trying to get a medium, light to medium brown kind of eyebrows right now. And the blonde shade is, I don't know, it's hard to describe. It's really ashy. It's like ash, really cool tone brown. So you see, I'm just filling in that blank part above my concealer line. Super easy. I'm going to take the darker shade in this palette now. Do you see this dark shade? And I'm going to dip my brush into it, take the excess off, and then apply it on the arch because it needs more color there. It's okay if you make any mistakes because you can clean it up later. So that's how my brows kind of look right now. And I'm gonna take the darker shade again. I'm just filling in the blank spots, the sparse area right now. Just like that. And then just take your spoolie and just kind of blend them together. Okay, this part right here is a bit light, so I'm going to fill it in with the darker shade in the palette. Okay, I'm gonna take the lighter brown, taking the excess off and applying that to the arch. Okay. Taking the light brown shade, well, medium brown shade, I guess, in the palette. I'm going to apply some on the beginning of my brows. Then I'm going to take the brush like this and then flick it up. And you can go like this and make a vertical line too if you don't have much hair there. So it's like you're creating hairs with the brush. Alright, so you're just going to do that. You don't want to apply too much of the product right there because naturally the inner part of your brows should be a little bit lighter. That's how it looks naturally. You know, this part looks a little bit darker than the inner part. I'm just adding a bit more product to my brows. So they look more balanced. I'm going to brush my hair up a little bit. Going over with a spoolie real quick. I'm going to apply a bit more product on my arch. So I like how it looks now. I'm just going to go over with a spoolie. So now I'm going to take the same brush that I cleaned up my brows earlier. I'm going to clean up the bottom of my brows. I'm going to clean up my tail. That looks pretty clean and neat. So I'm gonna keep it like that. And concealer can highlight your brow bone too, so you can kill two birds with one stone. And then right now, because my hair is pretty light brown, I'm going to use this brow mascara. So I'm going to use this brow mascara. It's by Heavy Rotation Coloring Eyebrow. And this is the color in Orange Brown, number 2. I actually have another color by them. I have this shade, but I feel like this color, Yellow Brown, yeah, Yellow Brown number 1, seems a bit too yellow on me. So I wish they had a color that's in between this shade, you know? That'll be perfect. But I'm going to use this color right here, and it's Orange Brown number 2. And it just looks like a mascara. And I'm going to brush my brow hair with this. I'm trying to coat all the hairs so it will match the brow powder. My hair is naturally kind of black, dark, really dark brown. Well, right now, before I apply this mascara, my brow hair and the brow powder didn't match, right? It looked kind of weird, and it really makes a difference, a huge difference. Like so. So it should look something like this once you're done. And you can always take the brush that you use to clean up the concealer, well, clean up your brows, not clean up the concealer, clean up your brows, and just go over the line to make it look more clean. I'm not sure if it's focusing. Okay, I don't have any foundation on, I just have moisturizer and SPF on. So this is how my brows look without doing, oh my eyes are so red, without doing anything to my brows, so don't judge me. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you soon. Bye.